happy with the way it turned out. Might just take hosts out of every show I do from here on out. It's kind of nice. I just wandered up here like a homeless person. Oh man, today has been ridiculous for me. In case none of you know, I'm going to tell jokes before I get into this. I don't know if any of you know that's why I'm here. That and the fact that I'm God's gift to women who have low standards. Couple in the audience, awesome. I'm going to have groupies in 15 minutes. Maybe 17, I don't know. I work at a bar on the weekends, so last night I did my bar job and then spent some personal time before I went home. And there's nothing sexual about that. Me and a couple other people were catching Pokemon. Because Pokemon Go is a thing now, and everyone is playing it. Who in here is playing it? Round of applause. There you go, there you go. I can't really see your hands too well. They've said on an interview in Reddit that by the end of August you'll be able to trade the characters between players. And that means that after 21 years, I have proven my dad wrong when he said, "You're never going to get laid playing that game." Because we will have entered a time where I will be able to trade a girl a Jigglypuff for a Jigglypuff. Which, if those of you that don't know what the sexual act of Jigglypuff is, see me after the show. I don't want a Wigglytuff though, because, you know, sensitivity. Not gonna happen. It's so good to prove my dad wrong. He's just an old white guy. There's no gray area with him. It's all black and white. You know, it's either right or wrong. I love when my dad gets proven wrong. And today I proved him wrong when I got up after an hour and 10 minutes of sleep, still drunk, mowed a 4-acre field on a riding lawnmower, and then put skin-tight green denim shorts on to go to the Dad Bod car wash down by the Red Carpet Lounge in Charleston. We raised $1,000 after the fact that my dad said, "There is no sane person on this planet that will come see your fat ass with suds all over it." 64 cars and one of those little kid Head Start buses. Suck on that, old man. I'm pretty happy with that. It's right when we were doing it, these two old guys pulled up in a car and they didn't want it washed. They were just going into the bar we were in front of washing. And the driver was fine with it, but the passenger got out. He just looked completely disgusted. And he had to have been in his 80s. And I wanted to go in follow him in the bar and listen to him, because I know the conversation was like, "See, that's what happens now that we let them get married. They went and had a bunch of full-grown gay babies, and now they're out there soaping up cars with their homosexual rhetoric." Because I know that, that's what that bar was full of, was just old people trying to figure out why we were doing what we were doing and what drugs we were on. I don't know what drugs most of us were on, but I'd been drinking whiskey all day, and then I was into sun, so I was not a functioning adult. Well, before the band stopped playing, I got a update on my phone from Twitter, because we're cool like that. And it said, "Andy, Kim Kardashian is popular." And I'm sure it meant to say popular right now or trending or whatever like that. And it was trying to tell me that, Kim Kardashian's in the news again. But my immediate reaction was, "Yeah, I know, fuck you, Twitter. Stop making that cunt important." I'm really tired of the fact that a woman who had sex with a rapper who doesn't even make music anymore on one of those night vision cameras, and every time you watch somebody have sex on the night vision camera, it looks like you're watching two Sentinels off the old X-Men cartoon, because they've got the weird eyes, or it's like the cutout reel of the Blair Witch. The camera's all shaky and nobody knows what the hell's going on. I think that's what the Predator sees when he's having sex. It's just heat and green scratchy stuff. Which is the same thing I saw when I had sex with a Brazilian girl. I can make fun of them, there's none of them here. It's okay. Don't you know Donald Trump's going to build a wall? I mean, shit. Speaking of walls, I know this is a little out of date, but I want to talk about it, and you guys haven't heard me say it. My roommate has a 7-year-old child. On the last day of school, I had to go down to his bus stop, get him, and bring him back up the block to the house, which means I chaperoned a 7-year-old child for 1,700 feet, from a school bus to a house. And that child was not attacked by a gorilla, which means I am the second worst parent on the planet. Because the mother in Cincinnati that let her kid fall into the gorilla pit gets the silver medal. But here's my question. You built a wall to keep a gorilla in, but it couldn't keep a 4-year-old out? You're not the wall builder Donald Trump's looking for. It's not happening. For those, I know it happened a while ago, but I keep watching that video because my favorite part of it is not the kid in the pit or anything, but from behind the phone that's filming it, I hear a woman say, "No, Stephen, you're not going in there to save that child." I want to meet Stephen. Because like when somebody went, "Oh my God, there's a baby in the gorilla pit," Stephen was just like, "It's finally my time. I'm going to save a baby." And what's he going to do if he gets in there? "Hey, monkey, give me that baby." No. All right then. How the fuck do I get out of here? If that had been my kid, like if my kid, I don't have a kid right now that I know of, but if it had been my kid, he'd have fell in the gorilla pit and then I'd have noticed it, I would have just leaned over the rail and said, "Elwood!" I'm going to name my baby Elwood, don't judge me. "Elwood, this is what we've been training for. Make me proud, son." And then the Cincinnati News would have said, "Tragedy struck today as a 4-year-old white trash child choked a gorilla to death in the zoo enclosure. His father was quoted as saying, 'Fuck yeah, that's my baby, woo!' as he cracked a PBR can under his knee." It's hard to be this white trash in such a progressive society. It really is. I'd like to think I pull it off quite nicely, though. It's, maybe. I don't know. I'm fat, in case nobody noticed. I don't know, you maybe weren't looking at me, or like I slid through the door like a redneck ninja. I'm fat because I love to eat, and I hate going to the gym. On top of that, a long time ago, I figured out that I like being in a bar way more than I like being in a gym. And that was the biggest discovery of my 8th grade year. I've realized that people in a bar care about you more than people in a gym. Like, I've been to gyms before and I've never heard somebody say, "Man, you've been lifting a lot of weights. You better let me call you a cab." It's never happened. But I like to eat too. I get really mad at restaurants advertising, like Taco Bell. Taco Bell's got just shit campaign ideas. Like they had the quesalupa, which was a quesadilla wrapped around a chalupa, and then they had the quesarito, which was a quesadilla wrapped around a burrito. So like I'm just waiting. Like they just take two of the shitty ideas they have and cram them together and make us live with it, which is actually how the government works. They just take two really shitty ideas, form into one, and be like, make them deal with it, live under these guidelines. It's called the chalupa provision. Side note, chalupa, not a real Mexican food. If you would happen to go down to like Tijuana, order a chalupa, what you'll get instead is stabbed. I'm just waiting for Taco Bell to just put meat and cheese on top of Cinna sticks and call them Sinachos. And when they do, I'm going to trademark it and be like, "Yo, me money, you sons of bitches." Hardee's had a really good advertising campaign a while back for the All-American Burger. Now, I don't know what Hardee's regular slogan is, but it should just be Hardee's. Yay, hamburgers, titties. Because every Hardee's commercial I see now is some supermodel that weighs 110 pounds and she's made up of daddy issues and cocaine. And she's like eating a burger that's bigger than her head, but then she's in a really weird place. Like the moonshine burger they had the last time was in like this weird foundry, and there was just fire and bottles and copper pipe. I think it was a meth lab, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know anybody that eats lunch in their meth lab. Like I've never been in a cocaine processing plant and seen someone have takeout food. Like, this General Tso's pretty good. You know? But Hardee's had the All-American Burger, which was the greatest fast food creation ever because it was a double cheeseburger from Hardee's. And their burgers are big already, but they put 2 kinds of cheese on it, white and yellow American. That's the only kind. They put 4 strips of bacon, all the accoutrement toppings, which is a fancy word for everything. Then to make it more American, they crammed a charbroiled hot dog and some kettle cooked potato chips in it because nobody really needs to eat the atom bomb of fast food, but I did. And I call it the atom bomb because the day after I ate it, there was a Hiroshima in my toilet. And there were no survivors at all. Yeah, but do one more food joke before I get out of here because I'm still hungry. I'll get out of here in a second and get these hooligans up here and play some more music. Y'all ready for more music? Woo! Yeah. Everybody happy for Howard's birthday? Yeah. How old are you, Howard? 22? Now, you don't know shit about life. Other than me, who's the oldest person in here? Like, just shout your age out. 40? Okay, yeah, you know about life. You're all right. It's okay. You don't know anything about life in your 30s either. It's like, I know nobody knows anything in their life before 40 because a while back I came home from working a very hard night shift at the bar and I was a little drunk and I turned the TV on. And I have one of those old school TVs at the time that I call Sir Mix-a-Lot TVs because they had a big old backside on it. They had wood paneling around the side. Screw the food joke. I'm going to do this one instead. Haven't done this for a long time. It was like 2009 probably when this is what I'm talking about right now. And I came home and there was just a bunch of applause going on the TV as I walked in the kitchen to get something to drink. And those older TVs that aren't flat screens, man, the audio comes up before the picture does. I was like, what the hell's going on? What show am I missing? So I come back in, and there's like 2,000, 3,000, 50,000, I don't know, I'm not good with numbers. Just a bunch of kids that are like a little younger than y'all and y'all's age, except for that one little kid who was in here, and I'm happy she left because I knew I was going to say fuck a lot, and I was like, I don't want to say it in front of a child. I'd be that guy. Be the guy that get kicked out of Denny's at 1 o'clock on a Sunday. He goes, I don't give a fuck about Dale Jr. Sorry to leave. I've seen that happen too, by the way. I lived in Florida for 5 months. That shit happens. But there's a huge crowd of kids on this TV, and then it pans to the stage. There's a band and a red love seat, and there on the love seat with a guitar is Taylor Swift. And she's probably 19 or 20 at the time. And she does a couple of her songs. I'll tell you that she sings a couple of her songs, but I won't because she can't fucking sing. But she does a couple, and then after every song, she's talking about, hey, this gets better, blah, blah, life can turn around, this gets better, blah, blah, blah. What she's doing is she's reassuring you that life will get better, don't worry, it's kind of crappy now, but it'll get better. Like, she's advising you on life, and there's a problem with that, and that's the fact that at 20 years old, even if you're Taylor Swift, at 20 years old, you don't know shit about life! I stand here before you 2 months shy of being 34, and in the 34 years, I've learned 3 things. 1, look both ways before you cross the street. 2, if you're in trouble, find an adult or a police officer. And 3, the most important thing I've learned in 3.5 decades almost, and I quote, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. And I was 19 years old before I learned that 3rd one at a concert where me and my cousin were outnumbered 2,100 to 2. So I was like, boy, I better learn the words to Cream real fast with the way my voice sounds. Then I got dapped up because somebody said, cash rules everything around me. And I yelled, dollar, dollar bill, y'all! It was the best time of my life. It really was. I don't have anything else up here. Just happy birthday to Howard. Thank you for having me here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to let these hooligans get up here and play music because I know we've only got 50 minutes before we gotta be out of here. It's like a curfew in one of those old 1950s towns. You kids in your music? The street lights are coming on. Get in your homes. We gotta go talk to Jesus in the morning. That's a terrible old-timey guy voice. I heard it in my head and I was like, that's so shitty. Like you're just hoping they eat it up. Oh man. Yeah. But I'm Andy. Thank you for having me here.